Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home place or residence where you live. I'm your teacher, Ms. Sobinas from the Smart Schools, the Syed Ahmed Khan campuses and Johar campus. And this is your recorded class, recorded video of your subject, History Geography, class 7. And today we will discuss Muslim scientists, philosophers, and travelers. As we all know that in history or in geography of any of the country, it is important to discuss about the scientists, philosophers, and travelers because they all plays plays a vital role in the development of any society or any country. And all the Muslim scientists, philosophers, and travelers have their separate value, which cannot be denied. Let's start discussion of your first topic or first personality, that is Ibn Battuta. His journey: at the age of 21, he set out for Morocco for Mecca. Consul refers to an encyclopedia to the internet to confirm the or to collect the information. Ibn Battuta moved to Delhi during the region of Muhammad bin Tughlaq and was appointed as the Qazi in the court. He traveled to the Muslim states of Mali on the order of the Sultan of Morocco, crossing the terrible Sahara Desert and returned to Morocco again in 1352 and then vanished from history until his death in 1368 till 69. However, this was when he had his travelage compiled. This is called Al-Rihala. His travelages are source of a history and geography of the Muslim world of Middle Ages. He studied law like the rest of his family, but when he was 20, one he set off in pilgrim to Mecca. On his first journey, he went via the Red Sea to Mecca. On his first journey, he went via the Red Sea to Mecca, then Syria, Iraq, Khorasan, southern Persia, Azerbaijan, and back to Baghdad. He settled in Arabia for 3 years, but then became restless again and once more set off on a long journey. Now let's come to your next personality, that is Al-Biruni. He is the most famous Arab scientist of early times. That means he was a scientist. Al-Biruni was born in Uzbekistan, Central Asia, and died in Ghazni, Afghanistan. He had command of many languages: Turkish, Sanskrit, Persian, Hebrew, and Syriac. But he always wrote in Arabic. He wrote 113 books on medicine, geography, astronomy, mathematics, and history. Al-Biruni journeyed to India in 1017. His famous book on India is Kitabul Hind, in which he describes the customs, languages, and geography of the subcontinent. In the 11th chapter, you can see this also. Now come to the next one, that is Ibn Rushd. Ibn Rushd was born in Cordoba, Spain. He worked as a qazi and as well as post in law. He also served as a physician. His contribution or his main contribution was to philosophy. His treatise on the work of the Greek philosophers Aristotle made him an authority on the subject. His writing on Greek philosophy were translated and used by European thinkers of the Renaissance. Your next heading or next personality is Ibn Sina, who came from Bukhara, Central Asia. He was a philosopher, a physician, and an intellectual personality of his time. He memorized the Quran and mastered logic, mathematics, philosophy, and medicine. His main contribution was his work Canons of Medicines, Qanun al-Shifa, which became the basis of teaching machines in Europe till 17th century. He died in Hamadan in Iran in 1037. Now come to your next heading, that is Ibn Sina. Ibn Khaldun is known as the father of historiography. Born in Tunisia, he served at the royal court in Fez, Morocco, and is a grand Qazi in Syria. He also called the father of sociology for his observation of human nature. His contribution towards this all the Muqtama introduction to the Kitabul Abr is a masterpiece of history and the rise and fall of civilization. He died in Egypt. Abdul Rahman ibn Khaldun, who lived from 1332 to 1406, is known as the father of historiography. He served the royal court in Fez, Morocco, as I have told you before. He also served as Grand Qazi in Cairo. He was trapped in Damascus when the city was attacked by Timur, who allowed him to return to Cairo. Unusual event as many people were killed during this battle. Now, your next heading is Al-Khwarizmi. He was a famous mathematician. He was born in Khwarizm in Persia. Al-Khwarizmi established the Indian numeral system, and the use of zero in mathematics. His famous work is Al-Maqala fi Hisab al-Jabr wal-Muqabala, from which the word algebra is derived. Algorithms is famous mathematical calculations and named after him Al-Khwarizmi algorithm. He also worked on astronomy of the geography and made sundials and astrolabes. Students, now let's start discussion of your next personality, that is Umar al-Khayyam. He became famous for his Rubaiyat, short poem for 4 lines, He was of Persian origin. His name means ten maker. His important contribution to mathematics and astronomy are less known. He reformed the Persian solar calendar, which is more accurate than the Georgian calendar, with a difference of only one third, 1 day in 3770 years. Umar Khayyam is buried in Nishapur in Iran. The achievements of these remarkable people prove that they lived in a period of Muslim history when the Muslim nations were strong and supported the man of knowledge, which resulted in a development or developed civilization. I hope students you all understand this topic really well. Kindly do watch your videos, recorded videos, because it will be helpful. All the videos are helpful for you through going by going through the videos. You all understand that what is chapter or topic all about, and you can easily attempt the questions regarding your chapter. Till your next class, take care. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.